Even in this dimly lit room, this lamp isn't very necessary. But on the last camping trip I was on, this lamp was really, really valuable to me because in the middle of the night it rained and there was a leak in my tent right onto my sleeping bag. So when I woke up to the leak, I quickly grabbed this lamp, which I had strategically placed near my sleeping bag, turned it on, and I was able to use it to see my way around in the dark and to at least partially address the leak in my tent. So I was really grateful for this lamp. It would have made no sense for me to take this lamp and keep it off. It would have made no sense for me to take this lamp, turn it on, and then hide it under my covers where it wouldn't do me any good for trying to fix the leak in the tent. See, I needed to let this light shine to make it worthwhile. Jesus, in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16, he talks about light as well and the importance of letting our light shine. Matthew chapter 5, verse 14. You are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. Jesus says we are to be the light of the world. But just like the moon doesn't have its own light, it reflects the light from the sun. In the same way, we are to reflect the light from the Son of God, from Jesus himself. You see, if we're going to be the light of the world, the first thing we have to do is light our lamp. We have to turn the light on. And Jesus is the one who lights it, because Jesus says in John 8:12 that he is the light of the world. So for our light to be turned on, we've got to invite Jesus into our lives. He's the one that turns the light on. Then, once our light is turned on, the next step is we have to make sure we don't hide our light. Again, it wouldn't make any sense to take the lamp and then stick it under a box. For me in the tent to turn it on and then bury it under my sleeping bag. That doesn't make any sense. And Jesus says here, in the same way, no one lights a lamp and puts it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand. They put it in a strategic place so that it'll shed the most light in the house as possible. Many of us had some power outages in recent storms, and maybe you were real grateful for the flashlights you had in the house, for the other lamps that you were able to still shine even in the dark. And Jesus says, in a dark world in need of light, we are to be the lights that shine in the darkness, to show the way, that draw people to God, that show them the truth of the love of Jesus. We are to shine that light, but we've got to make sure that we don't hide it. Instead, as the scripture says, we're supposed to let it shine brightly. Verse 16, in the same way, let your light shine, that people may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. The purpose of letting our light shine isn't to draw attention to ourselves. It's not for us to go around and say, hey, look how wonderful I am, look how good I am, look how special I am. Instead, when people see our light shining brightly, we're supposed to point them to our Creator, to the one that lit our light so that we can shine brightly. We need to let our light shine. We can let it shine brightly in our home, in our neighborhood, in the workplace, in our community organizations, at our clubs, at our activities, even on vacation. In all those places, we need to make sure that we don't hide our lamp, but that we put it on the stand and let it shine brightly. I hope that you and your family will let your light shine brightly today.